Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Shayda, and today I have something a little different for you. So on this channel, we talk about the perfectly imperfect approach to art, and I just wanted to talk about what that really means. What does that mean to you? To me, it means freeing yourself up to make mistakes, to paint badly, to draw badly. I truly believe that a bad drawing is more interesting than a perfect drawing. I think way more often than not, that is the art that catches people's attention. Someone who's taken a risk, someone who's not just trying to capture life as it exists in front of our eyes, as it exists on film. And I wanted to share this experience of trying out my brand new oil pastels because I haven't used them yet. And I just wanted to take an hour and play and attempt something that I haven't done before and share it. This is only my second or third time using oil pastels, and this set is new to me. I picked it up when Chris and I were in Paris. Recently online, there's been a lot of conversation about the highlight reel, the social media reality versus reality, and how so many of us get caught comparing our own messy lives to someone else's curated, beautiful IG feed, and how unhealthy that can be and how dangerous that can be. And I've been thinking about that a lot because, of course, my work is in social media. This is my job. I'm an artist on YouTube creating content, and I also have my Instagram. And while my brand is all about encouraging women to create art and not worry about the outcome and not worry about getting it right and getting it perfect, at the same time, I do want to create beautiful videos. I want to create beautiful photographs. In fact, I consider my art to be not so much my watercolors and my illustrations, but my real art is my photography and my videography, and it drives me crazy when it's not perfect. So I know how it feels when things just don't look the way you think they ought to, and why isn't my art looking the way that it looks in my head? And it's just a really interesting time right now, I think, because we are all engaging in this conversation about being a little more real and being a little more honest and a little more raw and a little more kind with one another. And I think I just wanted to sort of continue that conversation with this video and share a little hour of my life where I just sat down with a cup of tea and tried something completely new. And I know to fresh eyes, this illustration or this pastel drawing may look like there's no mistakes in it, but I assure you it is just a practice piece. And what I've done here is I've taken a subject that I'm comfortable with, which is flowers and leaves, and I've transferred it to a brand new medium. So that's always a good idea. If you're trying a brand new art supply, a new medium, go with a subject matter that you already know. That's my one teaching tutorial moment for this video. And now back to the subject at hand, which is, I guess, just life and how it is a really interesting time right now for sharing our lives with each other, and for especially us as women, for building community. I mean, Instagram and YouTube have become incredible communities for me, where I have found such wonderfully supportive friends and mentors. But at the same time, it is a competitive arena in some ways, especially for people who are making their living there, whether you're a shop owner or a content creator or whatever. And as I said, I consider my art the videos and the photos, and of course my artistic art is my art too, but these photos and videos that we produce every week, I have spent time crying over them. I remember when Chris and I were starting out with the YouTube channel, but I'd already been working on my blog for a couple of years at that time. We were living in Lake Louise in Alberta. We were out there for a winter. Some of you who've been around since then might remember I've shot some videos in front of the mountains. And anyways, we were living in staff housing. We were working at a hotel, and our staff housing, we were put in a basement, and there was no natural light down there. It made photography almost impossible. We had an ancient computer. We just didn't have any of the tools that I felt that I needed to make the videos and photos that I wanted to make, and it was just heartbreaking. But at that point, I sat down and I made a list of everything that I needed to get better and everything that I had to learn in order to move the business forward and move my skills forward. And I often think of that moment, how low I was, feeling like I would never be at the level that I wanted to be at personally, let alone at the level that I was seeing other content creators at on Instagram and on YouTube. But I made a promise to myself to just be my own competition and to start learning and to really start researching and to figure out what equipment I needed. And I found some great resources for anyone starting out on YouTube. Sean Cannell at Think Media, his channel is amazing. He just gives such a wealth of knowledge to influencers that are starting out. And these pastels actually represent a really special moment for me. When Chris and I were in Paris, we were at a wonderful art store and I purchased these. And, art supplies are pricey and it's not always a carefree moment when you have to buy them. But in the moment when I purchased these, I realized that I was buying them with money that I had earned by being a working artist on YouTube, and that I would be using them to make more art, using them for my job. And it was just a really special moment. I think in that minute, I realized that I'm actually a working artist and that I'm out here doing it. And I just wanted to say that to encourage anyone who's out there hustling and starting a business, or just starting to draw because you love it, or starting to paint and you're scared. Time will pass, and if you put in the love and the effort, you will get there. And I still have a long way to go, but I am just taking time to play and I'm not being too hard on myself. Well, I thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope you enjoyed a little cup of tea, and I hope this will encourage you to get out some paints or some crayons or something that you haven't had out in a little while and just play. You don't have to get anywhere with it. You can just be there with the supplies and really enjoy it.